So let's continue our focus on the state of local governance in South Africa, and this follows that AG report. Let's talk about the performance of Ehlanzeni District Municipality. This is in Mpumalanga, and it has received and maintained a clean audit outcome for the past 3 years. We told you we'd focus on some well-performing municipalities, and I'm joined by the Executive Mayor, Terrence Shabangu. Mayor Shabangu, good morning to you and welcome to the program. How did you feel? Of course, you would have known what the potential outcome would have been, because this is something that you've managed to achieve for the 2 years prior to the announcement this year that you've now made it into 3 years of the clean audit. Talk to us about the work that you're doing in the municipality. As the executive mayor, one of your responsibilities is overseeing and making sure that these departments or these accounting agencies and officials in your municipality work well together.
No, thank you very much, and greeting to your good self and also to our listeners at home. We are taking this opportunity with all good hands that you have invited us to present ourselves in terms of the clean audit that we are attaining into our institution. What is critically important is that you should have a political stability within your institution, and also having effective systems within your institutions. Systems like your your management systems, whereby you have good qualified personnel within the institutions, starting from your municipal manager, your CFO, your technical managers. You need to have qualified people who can be able to relate to the policies, because as municipalities, we are guided by this Structures Act, your Systems Act, your MFMA. So if you have qualified people who can be able to interpret the policies, that becomes easier for yourselves. And also within your institution, you must be able to have some internal control systems whereby you are able to relate on issues that are being tabled. For instance, as a municipalities, you've got a budget and an IDP. Your IDP budget, it becomes your Bible for a period of 5 years. And then you must have a budget which will relate to the projects that you are having within your institutions. Therefore, if you have those projects, you must be able to understand that you must have your key performance areas, your key performance indicators, because as an executive mayor, you are able to submit a report quarterly to the council to account on the program and the projects that are within your institution. And as an institution, you must be able to understand as an executive mayor that you've got a capital budget and also an operational budget. And this capital project, mostly it goes to water and other service delivery projects that are there within the municipalities. So it is important that now, when you've got all these systems within the municipalities, you must also be able to have your risk management units that are going to indicate to you, that will serve as a dashboard to indicate to you whereby there are some lack of service delivery within your institution. And also your internal audit. Your internal audits, they assist you as an executive mayor to run the institution properly, so that whenever there are issues within internally that doesn't go well, you are able to depict it so that you are able to address that immediately.
Mayor, if I can, and what you've covered are some of the areas that the AG highlighted, which were actually lacking in those municipalities that didn't do well and got those unqualified audits. It begins, as you say, with the deployment of the correct people in those positions, qualified personnel who are guided then by the Municipal Finances Management Act. But one of the other things you're sharing with us is this continuous management and oversight in terms of interim reports and quarterly reports. And it sounds like all of those units are working together like a symphony. So maybe just as a lesson to some of the other municipalities for ways that they could tighten up their controls, talk to us about these interim meetings that you're having and the level of continuous oversight that must be done to ensure that you're on track to meet your targets.
Okay, thank you very much. What we're doing as a district currently, we are having what we call the audit chair committees. These audit chair committees, they assist us to assist our local municipalities in order to come up with some plans to intervene on their issues of control measures. So therefore, what we're doing, we are always having our meetings whereby we give them advices in terms of the oversight, the importance of oversight structures, such as your Section 79 committees that are looking at performance within the municipalities, and also the impact committees.
So, look, there are always some issues, and we heard from the briefing that MEC for Finance here in Gauteng, Lebogang Mahile, was sharing, but also the Auditor General pointed to this, Mayor, that even though you may have, a great audit outcome, it doesn't always translate to service delivery. And I know that the High Court in Mpumalanga did make an order against the Ehlanzeni Municipality for issues in relation to things like a raw sewage spill in your municipality, and given you a deadline to address those matters. So talk to us about some of the issues that you still have to face in terms of service delivery and how you're planning on tightening those up.
No, thank you very much for raising that issue. As a district municipality, one of our mandates is to coordinate and assist our municipalities, especially the issue that we are raising now. It was a matter around the Tabachweu local municipalities, of which it was one of our municipalities. Yes, as a municipality, because accountable municipality, we adhere to the High Court ruling. We took out this matter very serious, and because we've got qualified technicians within the institutions, we took them to the municipalities, and within a month or so, that matter was addressed. And now, as I could say, I can confirm and say, people around Tabachweu, they are getting clean water.
All right, so that problem is now resolved, you say?
It is resolved, yes.
Just a final word before I let you go. So as you say, the financial controls are there, the continuous management in terms of KPIs and KPAs are there. There seems to be that constant check on adherence to the MFMA. So those systems seem to be working. When an issue arises, you've got your dashboard, you can predict, but also when they do, in the matter of this court ruling, when you receive an adverse ruling, you're able to act and resolve the problem. So that all seems to be working. How exempt are you from political interference, and how important is the concept of political interference in the way that you're able to conduct your role and deliver services?
No, thank you very much. As an executive mayor, one of my responsibilities is to give a sound political guidance into the institution. So whenever we are running our institution, because we've got a troika, which is the speaker and the chief whip, we are able to understand their responsibility, because we are being given by the Structures Act our roles and responsibilities. Always in our meetings, I always conscientize each and every office that it must be within its line, they must understand their responsibilities. And also the Section 80 committees, which are my mayoral committees, they understand their responsibility. We always have some meeting whereby we advise them about their responsibility, so that each and every time, whenever they do their work, they must be confined themselves within the line of the Structures Act, the Systems Act, and all other constitutional documents that are within ourselves. And that guides us.
And just to close, Mayor, very briefly, you're aiming for year number 4, I guess.
Come again?
You're aiming to get another successive win in terms of a clean audit.
Definitely, we need that on the back.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us. The Executive Mayor, Councillor Terrence Shabangu from the Ehlanzeni District Municipality.